Madrid with the corner. They're first. Cannavaro getting this one clear. And the shot!
He did so well to create the room to get the shot away.
It's their second corner of the game. And he can clear it away. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Toon clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Alvarez looking for the chance to skim one in from range. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. Madrid really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Pinches it off him. Iniesta. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Rijkaard. No, that's been intercepted. Musiala getting forward. And this is Luis Suarez. Plays a sharp little ball here. And the referee says that is that for the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Not too much so far to lift anybody off their seat.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. The second period is on the way. So the first half brought no goals. Now it's Bale. And he's managed to get free. And he's had it nicked away.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Oh, that's well spotted. Edmilson. João Cancelo is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. He shifted it to the flank. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And he is dashing away. Back where it came from. And this is Bale. There's the shot! It's a goal! Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Madrid have broken through. It's 1-0.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, a delicate chip through. And this is Ibrahimovic. Big chance! And he's stuck it away. And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Suarez unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That is good alertness. Gerrard.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
The ball has bounced loose now. Oh, good take in a good area. Luis Suarez! And how did he not put that away?
Suarez fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Now the ball in.
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
João Cancelo. Now it's Luis Suarez.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Played out wide. And it's Belletti. And it's Gerrard. Pedri. And that's it. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and will be... Who can make the difference?
There aren't many defenders, Peter, who assist more goals than Andy Robertson here. That's for sure. He's reliable, consistently excellent in what he delivers going forward, and it doesn't really compromise on his defensive duties. A manager's dream in many ways, and a model man, and I would say a model footballer.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time. Can he finish? It's there! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Boca Juniors finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Brahim Diaz looking to be a menace in the final third. That's a lovely, neat pass. And here's Alvarez. He's having a hit! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Gerrard. And it's Neymar. And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh no, what has happened here? Ball is over the line. Batistuta. Decent chance! Brahim Diaz. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Aimed beyond the defence. Just the keeper in his... And the shot! Goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Big chance! It's off target and by quite a way.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. Nicely weighted ball. Neuer breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And that was asking for too much. Played up towards the front line. Engages and forces him off the ball. Gattuso. Ribéry is herring after that one. And he's intervened well there. And he cuts out the supply. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Well, who could have predicted a scoreline like this after just 45 minutes? The sides separated by 2. That gets us going once more. Can he get on the end of this? Shot. Ibrahimovic! Just cruising! They are cruising! It's all becoming so easy.
Yeah, but how about that coolness and confidence, Peter, to see where the keeper was and then produce a beautiful response?
A case now of complete control. Great defending, strong and determined. Tries to play it through. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Boca Juniors are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
And how did he not make it for?
Ibrahimovic has totally shown his greedy streak, and the boss is not happy, I can tell you.
Some resolute defending there.
That dugout has had some relief, at least.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Oh, what a ball. Chance, surely! It's a goal! And they are right back within touch. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Boca Juniors may be down, but not out just yet. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. No, that's been intercepted. Gerrard. Costa Curta. And it's Ribery. Tries to pass it through, and he's worked it through. Neymar was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well read, nice interception. Donatoni, closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And it's Gerrard. Gerrard. It's Gerrard! And how did he not put that away?
He's definitely playing with a lot more conviction. This team should look to him to produce the catalyst for a comeback.
Boca Juniors can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Mateus. And here's Inzaghi. Look at the space here. Quality ball. Gattuso. Rijkaard. Zanetti kept his eye on it, and he's there. Mateus. Marquinhos cuts out the pass. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Well, that has not gone well. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Filippo Inzaghi. Count! A real chance and a real let-off. There will be 4 extra minutes. That's that, the end. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We are just getting started. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, I think it's going to be hard, Peter, not to pick out the very talented Michael Elise here. We love his creativity and his ability to drift inside and find a little bit of space and then do serious damage. But potential was always in his game from a very young age, and he's realising that potential now, and he really is growing into something quite devastating.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. And he's managed to get free. Shapes to shoot!
Al Hilal definitely are on top of things in these early stages, Peter. If this is how they intend to go on, I think the opposition might see some trouble.
Quarter of an hour played. Knocks it into space. And he's cut it out.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Brahim Diaz. Costa Curta promptly onto that, and that is that. Lovely bit of skill. And this is Ibrahimovic. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. So this the chance to fire his team in front. That is some save from Khan. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Aimed beyond the defence. Neuer clears without hesitation. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Nicely shaped ball. Pedri. And that has been cut short. Well, anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Perhaps the final meaningful act of the... Messi! Messi! Genius!
Well, who saw that coming? I honestly thought, Peter, that we had nothing to do apart from just counting the clock down as we approached half-time. It was majestic.
Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
The first breakthrough.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And for the first half, that is that. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And here is the first touch of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Looking for the run. Olise has it out wide and in space. Looking for options for movement. Al Hilal are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Ribery. Hakimi has it in a wide position.
Toon really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Vitinha, not the most accurate pass. Deftly away. Well, they've got it again. Modric. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Toon are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
And he's quick to return it. Son Heung-min is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Oh, they can break here. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
He made it look a bit predictable. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might...
Great chance! It's fallen kindly here. And that's in. Do not write them off. Back they come. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Al Hilal can now introduce the first of their substitutes. It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tries to play it through.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And he's found a way past. Pinches it off him. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's played it back. Now he's got space here. Oh, well played. And that is the last of the action. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square.